Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in to another Trainer Talk Tuesday. Hopefully, you guys been off to a great start to your week, and if not, hopefully the points in this video, some of the things we talk about in this video, can start to brighten that up for you. Now, today we want to talk about the benefits of a wellness retreat versus a standard vacation. I know what you're thinking. What is he talking about? So let's jump right in and kind of tell you some of the things that we're thinking of when we talk about a wellness retreat versus your typical standard vacation.
So before we even get into that, let's define what these two things are, just in case people don't know. Obviously, a standard vacation is what the average person is going to do, whether that's staying home or even booking something out of state, and they spend that time. Typically, they normally go to the same place, they stay at the same hotel, and they do the same sort of things. So whatever that looks like for you and your family, just kind of think about that. Like, what do you guys normally do? What do you think of when you think of vacation? Now, a wellness retreat, which is just another form of a vacation, but it's very specified towards your overall wellness. So this can fit into a lot of different categories. You might find retreats that are based mostly around yoga, or mostly around massage therapy, or mostly around fitness. But these are retreats that still give you everything, all the benefits of a standard vacation, which is, why do we take vacations, guys? Stress relief, to get away, to just, breathe from a moment, not have to go to work, right? Memories. So these are all reasons why we take vacation. So a wellness retreat is going to provide that too. It's just going to be more centered around your wellness goals, and depending on what those are, you would book a particular retreat based around what you're trying to do. So getting further into this, guys, going over the benefits of a wellness retreat, specifically in comparison to your standard vacation, is that with wellness retreats, you're going to have long-lasting health benefits from it. So not only are you going to get all the benefits of your standard vacation, but you're going to get the tools, the resources, the knowledge, the education that you need to really take charge of your health, to start building better habits, and to start using this on a day-to-day basis in your everyday life. So it's very impactful. It's not just a week away, or a few days away, a weekend away, whatever your vacations look like, where you're just let me just shut everything off for a while. This is really zeroing in on your health, your healing, and making sure that those things are put in place so you have long-term effects that far surpass and far last that weekend getaway.
Yep, guys, absolutely. Wonderful benefits. It's really coming down to an educational experience as well. Like we said, long-lasting effects, things that you're going to be able to implement in your life going forward as far as your overall health and wellness. So you're going to be able to learn a lot of new things, develop some new techniques and everything that can help better your health. And it's just going to be of a lot more value. Not to say that your standard vacation can't be valued based on how much fun it is and what your priorities are. However, if you are looking to better your health, if you are, and that is a priority for you, going to something like a wellness retreat is going to have a tremendous amount of value, just like a couples retreat would, some marital retreats, or there are all kinds of them out there, and they all serve their different benefits. And a wellness retreat is going to serve you benefits of better overall wellness going onward throughout the rest of your life. So it's an educational experience first and foremost.
Yes, and I'll also add that if we're thinking of a standard vacation for most Americans, that's going to be pretty unhealthy, okay? It's actually going to set you back to whatever your health and wellness goals are, because there's going to be lots of food that's not going to be beneficial to your body, to your healing, and to your health, or whatever goals you're trying to meet. You're probably going to have lots of alcohol. You may not drink as much water. You're probably not going to sleep like you should, because you might be out partying, or you might stay up all night long doing whatever, That's very common during vacation. So a lot of times we go on vacations as a form of stress relief, and in the moment we have that, but it really sets us back. When you go back to your everyday life, you kind of start several steps behind instead of forward. So there's a lot of catching up to do. And I think you guys all know what we mean when we say this. Like, how many of you guys have taken a vacation and then you go back to work and you're like, feeling horrible. You're like, I can't even make it through the day. I feel like crap. Like, I wish I had a longer vacation. Some of that is just the nature of a vacation, right? But a lot of it is because of how you ate, how much you drank, your lack of sleep, like all those things combined, and then all of a sudden you get back into a routine again. So it can be very shocking to the body. So standard vacations really set you back in terms of health and wellness. Whereas your retreat, you're going to get all the benefits that you look for in a standard vacation, but it's not going to set you back. You're going to actually go back to work, go back to your everyday life feeling more confident, feeling refreshed, and ready to take on the world and tackle your goals.
Yeah, guys, it's funny to me as Larissa was talking, I was just thinking, I'm like, how many people or how many of you out there actually work out, start to better your health before you go on vacation?
And then you stop when you
And ask yourself, why is it that you think you're doing that? Are you doing that because A, you want to look good, you got some new clothes, a new bikini if you're going somewhere warm and tropical and you want to, look good in that and feel good about it? Or for me, like I even tell some of my clients that I work with, just because I didn't want to have to keep reiterating certain things and going over things that could be redundant for them. But it's like, hey, are you doing this to have some type of balance because you know that you're going to be doing a lot of unhealthy eating, you're going to be partying, you're not going to be doing the proper things outside of here to actually get the benefits from this that most people come to me for? So to save myself a conversation, is this a balance because you know you're living that way? So now you would like to work out to make you feel good about what you are doing outside of just the overall gym. So I ask people that, and it's kind of like that too when I think about this, as far as you work out to get your body to feel good, and then you go on vacation and you destroy all of that gain, and you go back and you're like shot because of all of the things that you put in your body in high rates and high volumes in a small period of time. Yeah, so it's in a small period of time. So when you think about the wellness retreat, and again, I know you're probably going to the standard vacation for another reason, but with this instead, not only do you want to work out and feel good about it, but you'll be able to do those things there and learn how to do those things properly, learn how to prepare the proper meals to eat for the rest of your life, not just for a 30, 60, 90-day period, but long-term, long-lasting effects, guys. So being able to learn these new skills and having these tools and developing this knowledge, it could be extremely beneficial for you and your family and then whoever else that you would consider your loved ones.
Yep. All right, guys, moving on here. Number 2, with wellness retreats.
Whoa, I thought that was number 2. Wow, we really rambled on it. Okay, number 2.
We gotta hurry because we gotta pick up our side. All right, so we're gonna kind of blast through this right now, guys. So number 2 is that with wellness retreats, you can find freedom. And specifically, I'm talking about like breaking free from old unhealthy habits, and then also releasing like trauma in your life. This is a really good and safe place to be able to work through some of those things and start, we talk about breaking generational curses. That's a very popular phrase nowadays, but like really creating generational health for your family. I know people talk about generational wealth, but like breaking free from that, breaking the cycle and breaking free from your old trauma so you can have generational health. Because health is generational. It's passed down 3 generations, guys, 3 generations. And that's where oftentimes we talk about, my genetics, or it's hereditary. Kind of, but we know that 90% of all chronic disease is dietary. So yes, it's genetic because your grandmother ate a certain way and she taught your mom to eat that way, and then she's now teaching you to eat that way. Same on your dad's side, right? You're getting influences from both sides. So if we can really start, especially if you're a parent, like I'm a mom, like if you can take back control of your health, women, fathers, mothers, right? If you can take back control of your health, then you can change the health of your children. And then if you instill those values into them, they will pass that down to your grandkids. And then you, assuming that you're taking care of your health, right, like what you're talking about, will most likely be alive to see that change. You'll actually be a part of that generational change. You'll witness some of that, and it will just keep improving as the generations continue, because ultimately that's how we got to where we are today with chronic disease just running rampant, right? It happened because of decisions that were made over a course of many, many years, generation to generation. So you can learn to break free from that and find healing.
Yeah, guys, what we want to provide, obviously, as you know, we are preparing to do our first wellness retreat, which is where a lot of these ideas are stemming from and the experiences that we're having along the way of putting this process together. But what we want to provide is not only just a luxury experience for you, but a place where you can really find serenity and experience it in its full facet, guys. So that when you do leave, when you do escape and break away and find freedom, you can do it in the best way possible. You can really let your hair down, as they like to say, and actually just relax and let those things out, those traumas, those different devastating events throughout the life that led you to the point of bad health. Now, we know stress is one of the leading killers in the U.S., so it's something that is kind of looked past because you just can't necessarily see it like you can see if someone is overweight. But someone could look great from the outside looking in, but on the inside they could be devastated and dealing with so many different things, where a wellness retreat can be so much more valuable for them in their life as well. So that's what I would add. So guys, just really providing this luxury and serenity for you to really find that freedom and really start to, turn around your health.
Yeah. And number 3, this takes us into like cost versus like reward. Oftentimes people think of wellness retreats and they're like, whoa, like I could never afford that. They look at the price and they're like, no way am I spending that much money. Well, in actuality, it doesn't necessarily have to cost more than what your standard vacation costs. Oftentimes when people are factoring their budget for their standard vacation, they're really just factoring in the price of where they're staying, so like the lodging, the hotel. And the majority of people, and this has already been proven, do not look into the minor details. So they don't factor up how much they spend on alcohol, running to the store every single night. They don't factor in the last minute girls' night out to the spa. They don't factor in, getting the jet ski. They don't factor things like that in. And so when they think in their mind about, my vacation only costs this dollar amount, they're really just thinking of, it cost me this much to book this hotel room and to stay here this many days. They're not factoring in the food, the experiences, the drinks, or whatever you're doing during that time. And so when you actually factor that in penny for penny, it typically comes out to be about the same amount. The only difference is that you're looking at that whole dollar amount up front with the wellness retreat, and it's planned for you. And a lot of times this is going to be a great thing because, as Nate mentioned with the stress relief, many times people go on vacations to get away from stress, to relieve their stress, and they end up becoming more stressed out because of all the planning, because of all the details that go into it. A wellness retreat really takes that off your plate. We do all the planning for you. It's all organized. There's nothing left unnoticed or without deep thought and consideration, and there's no surprises. Again, with your standard vacation, whether you recognize it or not, you're going to have a lot of surprises when it comes to your budget. But with the wellness retreat, there are no surprises. You know exactly what you're getting up front, what you're paying for, the total cost. You're not going to have to spend any more. There's no add-ons, at least for our retreat. So it is an all-inclusive experience.
Right, and there's not much more I can add to that. So I'm going to just jump right into number 4, which is one of the, probably the most benefit of all of this, I would say, is to be able to be adopted into a community of like-minded individuals. Now, of course, we're not just talking about us, if that's what you're thinking, as far as the people that are going to actually be servicing you and pampering you throughout this stay, but also the people that you're going to meet there that are going to be trying to find those same values in life that you're there to find. Not everyone is going to know each other at a wellness retreat. You may come with a friend or two, but you got to meet other people there that are trying to do the same thing that you are, which is you adopting a new friend, someone that is like-minded and is goal-oriented and driven just like you are. And then it's probably at the same point in life that you are, where you two can really connect and help each other find that, again, that peace, that relaxation, the serenity, and the overall benefit of why you went on this retreat in the first place.
Yeah, ultimately, guys, you go to a wellness retreat alone or maybe with a friend, and you leave with family. You end up meeting these people that are on the same journey as you, as Nate mentioned, and you really will bond. You'll find one or two people that you really connect with, and you're just like, that's my person. And you're gonna have that accountability partner after the retreat. You're gonna have access to us after the retreat. And I'm telling you, the benefit in that is so huge. There's studies that show that people, specifically in regards to like health and wellness, or just like any goal, they are more likely to succeed if they do so in a group, if they do so in a community. So the idea around this is huge. The impact is long lasting. It's really, eternal. For the rest of your life, you can have this impact because of making a decision to go to a retreat and being open-minded and connecting with other people, sharing your story, getting vulnerable, because someone out there needs to hear from you. Someone needs to hear your testimony, and I'm telling you, when you do that, you are going to meet your best friend. You're going to meet your absolute best friend, and you're going to have family that's going to support you in your journey throughout the entire process. And there's like no price that you can really put on that.
And yeah, guys, we know that's very important too. When you're trying to make a lifestyle change like this, depending on where you are and where you're coming from with your health, having people around you that are on the same path and that are understanding and supportive of you is important, guys. It's one of the biggest downfalls we see from clients that we work with on a regular basis. Like, one issue is, hey, you're preparing multiple meals now because you're trying to do this, they're eating this, and then somebody else is eating this, and all of those things can just add to overall stress. It can kind of take that person, hinder that person from being able to gain the best experience in that area, and it can just become very convoluted outright when so many people are doing so many different things versus everyone being on one accord. So now being able to meet somebody that you can share that experience with, be able to go away from the retreat, continue to implement those tools and hold each other accountable and support each other, even if you two come from two different parts of the world. One of you can come from the West Coast, somebody can come from the East Coast. You met at this retreat, you found this serenity in your life, you want to take it back and continue it on, and now you got somebody that you can be supportive of and do it with. So just so many things like that, guys. But again, we don't want to keep you up too long. We got to go pick this kid up from school. So we hope you found a lot of value in this. We hope we made you want to go to our website, read a little bit more about our wellness retreat and what that package has to offer.
And I'll just quickly go over that, guys. With our healing and restoration retreat, it's in the name. You're going to find healing and restoration, and we're going to do that through a lot of different techniques and through various partners that we have. So you're going to obviously have a fitness component. But even before the retreat begins, guys, you're going to have a wellness evaluation where we're really going to break down one-on-one your individual needs. From the fitness side, from nutritional healing consulting that I will be doing, from even addressing your sleep and stress levels. We want to see where you are today and what's realistic for you going into that retreat. How can we personalize this for you? Yes, you'll be in a group setting, but we also need to make this retreat for you. And that's going to look a little bit different for everybody. So you'll have that. You'll also have a complimentary consultation with our functional medicine doctor, Dr. Damon. He's going to really work and talk to you guys about what is going on in your body. Do you have any concerns? Anything that you're like, man, I just don't feel my best. And then he's going to be able to help you along that journey. We have a chef who is garden to table, plant-based, whole foods, absolutely amazing. Her food is going to reflect all the education that you're getting with me with your nutritional healing consulting. And so, it's one thing to get the education from me. It's another thing to say, okay, Larissa, I get it. I understand how the body works more. I understand the types of foods that are beneficial for me. But then what? You know, and a lot of people leave you there. That's where Alexis comes in. And she's going to show you how to prepare these meals. Like meals that actually heal your body at a cellular level. So we're not going to just say, hey, you should eat more fruits and vegetables and just like leave you to yourself. No, we're going to go more in depth. She's going to actually prepare the food for you, allow you to be more hands-on if you need to watch, to ask questions, and to show you how it's done so you can go back home feeling confident that, yes, I can make this and provide for my family in this way. We're going to have Desiree who, as I mentioned, Alexis is doing Garden to Table. Desiree is going to come and teach about gardening, about the importance of having edible gardens and you know what that looks like for you, and she'll be there to answer any questions. We're also going to have Tina Hernandez there who specializes in a spa experience with salt therapy. So you're still going to get that luxury side, that relaxation, that restoration, because she's going to provide this spa experience for you, but you're still going to get all the healing and health benefits that come with that. Are we missing anybody? I think that may be it. So there's going to be that. There's going to be sound healing. There's going to be group fitness. There's obviously going to be amazing food, amazing conversation, a lot of talk and activities centered around health, hope, healing, but also purpose. And really defining what your purpose, your passions look like so you can go out and do amazing things in this world. So it's going to be an amazing, amazing time, guys. Excuse me, I need some water. I would love for you to join us. I am so sorry. I'm gonna pass out.
Alright. Well, guys, as you heard her break down and say, obviously there's a ton of value in there, and that is exactly what we mean when we talk about a wellness retreat, a luxury and high serenity experience.
Sorry guys, I have to give a disclaimer. I'm pretty sure that we have mold in this house, which is why I'm doing this. So we're actually getting that checked out. Hopefully today we'll schedule an appointment, just so you don't think I'm crazy. I'm sitting here talking about health and healing. We have mold in our house that we're trying to get fixed. But guys, wellness retreat, healing and restoration retreat, we would love to have you. So if you're sick of being sick, tired of being tired, being overweight, this is for you. Whether you have diabetes, whether you have autoimmune issues, whether you have skin issues, whether you have cancer, or maybe you're like me and you're just a tired mom that has mold in her house and wants to go somewhere else. So whatever that looks like for you guys, this is for you. You're going to really get the tools necessary to take back control of your health. And now, through December 10th, you can get $100 off of the retreat. $100, ask us how. We would love to hook you guys up. Make sure to take advantage of that because there are limited seats available. It's going to book fast. It's booking fast, so you need to make sure that you are securing your spot today.
All right, I guess that's it.
All right, and as always, never give up.
Never lose hope and
never settle.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your week. Hopefully that made some sense to you. And again, check into our wellness retreat, read those facts, and check it out.